It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Mississippi State's offense will get first crack at it today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Back to throw, it's Shapen. Fires to the tight end.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Off play action. That's caught. It's Mosley. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Booth. Bust through behind his pad. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He'll keep it himself. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looking to pass. It's Chapin. That's caught. It's Williams. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Missouri Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you gotta protect. You gotta sell that run. And if the quarterback's gonna do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
He leaves it with the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He can't make the catch, had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. It's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Finds his man, it's Hardy. And tackled there by the defense.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Got a man, it's Coleman. At midfield, he's got room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Release to the back. Finds his man, it's Hardy. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as...
Touchdown, Tiger! Quick strike through the air for the score. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Chapin. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
But how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion.
Fires toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
Out of the backfield, he's open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Grab near the marker. It's Mosley. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
First and goal, Mississippi State.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Got the quick completion. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on!
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Caught near the sticks. It's Thompson. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Getting it to the red zone is great. Getting it in the end zone, that's been a bigger problem. He'll do it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up 4th.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. And it slips just inside that right upright. That brings him to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, this game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. On the move. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Brought down on play at the 13-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. The give out of the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The give on the option. He is denied, cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
And And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And down he goes back at the 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the running back. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Wants to throw. It's Shapen. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Traore. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The short hands, it's Williams. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
Dropping back, it's Shapen. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. They'll go to the air. pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Wants to go up top. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got his man on the outside. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. No good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.